he is who he was on the practice field. Just very even keel and composed, and I thought, he handled the operation extremely well in the football game. Just very steady, and that's a testament to who he is. That's who he is as a person, and he certainly handled that way today too. So it's a really good start for him. You look at a guy that's come in and 3.5 months, whatever it might be, and to be able to learn, grasp, and play the way he did today. It's a testament to his work.
Josh, as a follow-up on Joey, in the first possession, he converts a 3rd and 10. In the second possession, he converts a 3rd and 10. You've played that position. Given the new situation, new surroundings, how big of a deal is that to come through in those situations?
I thought the third down conversions early in the football game were a big part of, how the game, was played out in the second half. And, from him being decisive, decision-making and accurate with the throw, to our guys executing up front and on the perimeter. In first ball game, that was a real positive early in the football game.
We'll go to the back for some questions, starting with Austin.
Josh, Austin with VolQuest. You look at, we talked about going into the season, playing some of those younger players. You had Jaden Hartman out there making some plays in the second half. Ty Redmond showed up when Ricky went down. Just can you talk about some of those young freshmen that just kind of got thrown right at the deep end?
Yeah, young guys that didn't have time to be young. Certainly in this one, you're playing a really good opponent. I thought the biggest testament to them is, nobody had any hesitation of playing those guys. And, you look at the guys on special teams, offense, defense that, got their first action, maybe as a true freshman or first time starting. I thought they handled themselves extremely well throughout the course of the football game, and, made adjustments throughout it as well.
Back left with Kate.
There were plenty of explosive plays tonight, but probably none bigger than the 73-yard bomb to Braylon Staley. What gives you the confidence to call a play up like that, and how nice was the execution?
Yeah, protection was good on that one. Braylon did a great job getting on top of the defense. Joey, threw the deep ball well today. There's some things that we can be better at. Him and our skill, and some things on the protection piece too on a couple of them. But it was good to see us hit some down the field shots today, and that's got to be a part of who we are as we move forward. But Braylon played well. I thought all the wideouts handled themselves extremely well today.
Yeah, Josh, is that what you've seen out of Colton Hood since he's been at Tennessee? And obviously looking ahead a little bit, but how nice of a problem is it to have that you'll have to balance Jermod, Ricky, and Colton as you move through the season?
Yeah, strength of one position group can never be one guy. Colton's come in. He's handled himself with great maturity, blended into the fabric of the culture of our football team extremely quickly. He's smart, he's competitive, cares about the people around him, great teammate. It was great to see him go out there and, obviously make a huge play in the football game, but play well throughout the course of it.
Vince Ferrar, 99.1 The Sports Animal. You mentioned protection on that deep ball. Can you talk about the 5 guys you started with on the offensive line and what you saw from them today?
Yeah, heading into game one, some different things that they had shown defensively throughout the course of last year, anticipating, with what their personnel, being new, what could it be? Those guys had a lot on their plate in preparation for this game, and, left to right, I thought they played, really well. There's, some things fundamentally that at times we'll clean up to be a little bit more effective on some of our combinations, but all in all is a really good day from those guys, and that's, in the run game, but also in the protection world.
Front left with Lauren, and then Gentry on the second row.
Lauren Walsh, WSMV4 in Nashville. What trait would you say characterized this win for your team?
all we're trying to do is be the best football team on the field every Saturday. Good teams continue to get better. This is the beginning of our journey. We've got a long ways to go. Don't ever take them for granted. Celebrate it, enjoy it in the locker room tonight. And, we get back on Monday. It'll be time to get better. And I think, we got really strong leadership. We really do. It's a locker room full of great, I'm going to call them kids. They're not kids, but great guys. And it's fun being around them. And there's a maturity to them as well. I was talking to a couple of guys, when we were walking to the band afterwards, and they were excited about the win. It's important to enjoy them. Something I didn't do probably young in my career enough. Never take them for granted. And at the same time, it's a group that recognizes, man, we got to continue to get better. So they continue to have that trait and come into the building with the mindset that they've had, since we started. This team's got a chance to continue to get better.
Yeah, Josh, kind of following up on the leadership maturity aspect. I mean, so much was made of the adversity you guys faced at the end of spring. How impressed from then until now have you been with the way your guys just haven't flinched?
Yeah, adversity can divide you, or it can ultimately bring you closer together too. And this is a close group. Doesn't matter in a position room, a unit room, or the other side of the football. They care about each other, and they also expect and demand the right things from each other as well. And if you want to have a special team, your locker room's got to be wired that way. It can't just be coach driven. And we spend a lot of time in our off season trying to develop that. And these guys have taken great ownership of our football team.
Eric Kane, Volquest.com. Star Thomas had a good game, another transfer that came in and did well. Did you see something, game planning that he could exploit in this matchup, or did he just kind of take advantage of what he was given?
Yeah, we got great trust in really all of our backs that are in that room. There's six guys in that room that are wired the right way, and believe in them. On special teams, but on the offensive side of the ball, the ability to play with the ball in their hands, play out in space, but also in protection too. And, Star had a great night. Obviously, touchdown reception on scramble drill. Did a great job with some of the subtle details that go into playing the game at a really high level. And, I thought he did a really good job in the run game, pressing and making cuts. Deshaun played well, Peyton did too, and anyways, I really like that group. They come to work every day, and I'm excited about them.
Back to the back with Austin.
Josh, can you elaborate on kind of David and not being able to go today, and do you expect this to be a long-term thing, short-term thing? Kind of what's his status?
Yeah, just late in practice on Wednesday, kind of got nicked up, and anticipated him being able to play this morning. Our medical staff just felt like probably wasn't the right thing to do, and we're always going to be mindful of our guys and their health, and if they get cleared, they're ready to roll, then we'll go play with them. It was hard for David when he got that news. He anticipated being ready to play, and there's a lot of work that he's put into it. I thought he handled it extremely well. He was a great teammate today, and anticipate him being back as we get going next week.
Rick Russo, WVLT Knoxville. Coach, how big was that scoop and score in the first half?
Yeah, momentum plays. Talked about third downs, conversions offensively early, defensively. Nate Robinson applying pressure and Colton scooping and scoring. It just changed the way the game was played early in the football game, and start off the second half with a big turnover too. T-Line a great pick. I think J-Mac got a tip on the ball. So there was a lot of great things that showed itself defensively. there's some things that we gave up to, some things that, in our zone principles, we can match out better, third and fourth down conversions. And, I think as a football team, one of the things that we need to get better at is just, playing for 60 minutes. I felt like we just, dipped a little bit in the second half. And there's a fine line in this game. And you got to be on the right side of it, that competitive edge, and you got to be able to sustain it for 60 minutes.
Coach, has time for one more?
Okay.
Sorry, there's one.
Hey, Coach. I wanted to know how you felt about Atlanta turning into Rocky Top South today with all the sea of orange out there and being in the stadium. That's the first part of my question. The second part is, what do you think about Arian Carter's development today? Because he went ballistic.
I got the greatest fan base in college sports. I was looking out my hotel room last night, a bunch of orange walking around. You saw it this morning. Could feel it when we walked into the hotel yesterday. Our fans show up, they travel, they're passionate, they care 365 days out of the year. And, that's what makes this such a special place. The fan base is as good as it gets. And, it's always been a dream of mine to be a part of something that people care about, and they certainly do in a big way here. AC, infectious leader. You look at him primarily as a running back in high school. His continued growth and development with Coach Inge and our staff. Those backers, they're the first guys in the building, and it pains me to say that, being a quarterback coach, because it's always been the quarterbacks, but they're there early. And then they found a way to bring that entire group with them. It's awesome to see the investment, the leadership that they have. It's a special group, and AC is certainly a leader of that group. And expect him to play with his hair on fire every Saturday. It's what he does every day on the practice field. He's a pro in the way that he approaches it.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you.
We'll have two rotations of players shortly. Joey Aguilar, Colton Hood, Star Thomas, Jalen McMurray, Josh Josephs, and Braylon Staley.
We have 6 total. Okay, yep. We have 4 in sector. It works now. All right, well, we got Jalen McMurray and Colton Hood here in our first round of players. If you are ready to have questions, I'll call on you guys. Whoever wants to get us started. David? Colton, can you take us through your first touchdown?
Wait for the mic, please.
Oh, sorry, I'm sorry. Can you take us through your first touchdown as well?
Well, first I want to say I want to give all glory to God. Without him, me and my teammates would be nothing. So I want to give all glory to him. And then, I've been playing baseball since I was 6 years old. So when I seen that ball on the ground, it's just like picking up a ground ball in the outfield. I just picked it up and ran it in the end zone. So.
Right here in front.
For both players, what kind of tone do you think this win sets for the group going forward?
I think it just showed all the haters and the doubters out there we still the same Tennessee that we was last year. Probably we gonna be better, and we gonna keep getting better after this game. So I think that's what it showed for real.
Yeah, it allows us to really have confidence within ourselves. Honestly, we know what we can do, and in our doors, how we go out and how we play. I mean, like I said, we know what we can do.
Vince and then Jeffrey.
Jalen, can you take us through your deflection and then the interception by T-Lander? How impressive of a play was that?
Yeah, I should have picked it off. I got it's like now. But Yeah, coach called my number and had to make the play. God has given me the ability to be able to jump a little high. So, he threw the ball and I felt like I get both hands on the ball and T made a heck of a play.
Colton, about all the haters and the doubters, does some of that come from what happened at the end of spring and maybe people thinking Tennessee wasn't going to be very good?
Yeah, I mean, like, shoot, I think like I got a lot of hate, but I didn't really try to feed into it too much, like, because I know who I am as a person. I know, like, just who the people I have around me are, and so I just leaned on them, and those, the people kind of hated on me, and then not even me, but like I seen what happened with the team, and like they said we weren't gonna be good. Our receivers, see what the receivers did today. Them boys went out there and made plays. Like Joey made plays. They said we weren't gonna have no quarterback. So, I mean, like we always just believed in ourselves. Like we was never like worried about anything. We weren't worried about anything anybody else was saying. We was always just locked in and just ready to go play. So.
Yeah. Colton, how much fun did you have going out there today and with the different PBUs, but also the first one, the celebration you did afterward, like pulling a thumbs out? What was that?
Man, I had a great time, playing with my brothers. My last name Hood, so put the hood on, thumbs down, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we ain't going over there on the outside. I'm locking it up, so that's what it was.
Jalen, overall, how would you assess the play of the secondary? Y'all made some big plays, but they also made some plays on y'all.
Yeah, so it's the first game, so there's going to be a lot of ups and downs. Thank goodness for us, there's a lot of ups. So all we had to do is go back and honestly watch the film and learn from it and improve for the next few weeks.
Ben's right here, and then we'll do one more for this group, and then we'll start our next group of players.
Cole, can you share the influence Jermon McCoy has had on you and any communication he kind of helped with today?
Yeah, I mean, him, Ricky, J-Mac, Dre, Idris, all them boys, like, they all helped me, like, learn the playbook. Because, I got in a little late in the summer, so all I had was the summer and fall camp to learn the plays, and they all was, like, very helpful. Nobody was like, oh, he might come in and do this and take my spot. Like, everybody, like, in the room was helping me out, so I think that just shows to a test what kind of brotherhood we have on this team. And I'm just so excited to be here, and I'm really happy about it. So.
Last one for this group in the back, Austin.
Guys, when you look at a guy like Nathan Robinson, who has been banged up through fall camp, was kind of injured the last couple of years, he gets in today and forces the fumble that leads to your touchdown. Talk about kind of his determination to still help the team and what he's been able to do to push through.
Man, I mean, like, he definitely done a great job, even having to be out, like, a lot of the fall camp and just playing with that club. He's done a great job just working every day. Not just him, but, like, there's a whole bunch of players. Staley, he came in there in the first game from being out for a good bit of time and just made plays. So, like, I think everybody did a great job. Like, that was down, coming in, knowing their job, executing. And, we just going to keep getting better week to week, so.
Yep, it shows the grit of the team. This team is a gritty team, and we'll fight through everything, and we'll do that together. So yeah.
Thanks, guys. We'll have Joey Aguilar and Star Thomas here in the next group.
Appreciate y'all.
I'm so used to doing it.
I know. All right, and then we got Jalen and Colton next, right?
Yeah.
Finish over there.
All right, guys, same deal. Raise your hand. We'll get you a mic. Adam, right here in the end.
Adam Sparks, Knox News. Joey, you don't look stressed or concerned or anything. Seems like this would be a game sort of your anxiety would be up. How do you sort of keep your composure?
I guess that's just how I am, I came prepared. I mean, I go into every game, cool, calm, collective. I got a little mellow flow to me. I get excited, obviously, good plays, but don't get too down on bad plays. I got to everybody looks to me on the team, you know, so I gotta keep that composure and just keep going.
Joey, you've had a really unique journey up until this point with Tennessee. So what effect does this game have on that? Or maybe what's kind of the additional chapter to this process for you from tonight?
Just a new chapter. You know, everybody got a step in a chapter in their life. You know, this is the next one. My transfer from App State to UCLA to now is just another chapter in my life. And coming out here and representing the Big T and GBO is just, you know, grateful. You know, I'm happy for the win. A lot to work on, a lot of things to clean up, but we're gonna enjoy this one, go back, watch film, and get better.
Eric, right here on the inside.
Star, I know it's a little bit different from the practice field coming into a game field, but being a part of that three-man rotation, how was that, you know, the flow in the game? And obviously all three of you guys found the end zone. How unique and cool is that?
I mean, it's been cool. It's been good, like, just being in the room with those guys. Getting here in January, didn't really know, like, the ins and outs of the playbook. Those two guys, P. Lou, Bishop, well, the whole room really helping me learn the ins and outs of it. And just, like, keeping my head down, working, man, knowing that my time will come when it come, just go out there, make the plays, and just trust what I do, trust like, what the coaches call, and just go out there, make the plays, and listen to what, even when drives don't go like how I want them to go, coming back, listen to what they see and what I missed, and those guys helping me come back the next drive, and then I pick up on that.
Joey, in that first drive, you convert a 3rd and 10, winds up in a field goal. Second drive, you convert another 3rd and 10, winds up in a touchdown. Given how new everything was for you today, how much confidence did that give you, and what did those mean early to get those 3rd and 10s and to get up 10-0 quick?
Yeah, I mean, confidence, I got that no matter what, you know what I mean? But going to execute, you know, our goal is to put up points every drive we touch the ball. So just going out there and, like I said, executing and doing our job just keeps everything rolling.
Got two in the back here. We'll go to Elijah first.
Hey, Joey, earlier in the media days, you were saying that you're going to take what the defense give you, but you're still going to give your guys a shot today. You gave Star a shot. You gave Staley a shot. How do you feel like you did both? You took what the defense give you, and when it was time to give you give a shot, how did you feel like you handled that today?
I feel like I did well. You know, that was a very good defense. Syracuse, very good program. So when they gave me the shot, you know, I took advantage of it, executed on some of them, gave Star a little jump ball, came down with it. So, you know, I felt good. Like I said, a lot of things to work on, but overall, I think I felt decent.
Joey, if you could go back to the very first play, how nice did it feel trotting out onto the field, lining up, and then getting your first play from scrimmage, a pass to Mike Matthews?
It felt great. You know, I mean, all week of practice, just running that play and just talking through everything. And coaches asked me if I felt comfortable with that, and I did. Mike just popped open, you know, gave him a nice, easy ball, and let him go play.
Joey, since you've come in and had to learn so much so fast, what have you learned about the team you've joined and the players around you, just in a short time?
Like Hood said, the brotherhood we have. Once I stepped foot on campus, the team brought me in ASAP. You know what I mean? Obviously, it took a while to learn trust and, you know, them to believe in me. But coaches, staff, players, once I stepped foot on campus, it was like I've been there for a while. You know, the connections I made with my teammates and the connections I made with the coaches just, you know, made the transition just way easier of building bonds and friendships with everybody.
For both players, if you can, Colton had said this win silences the haters and doubters in a way. So what tone do you think this result sets and why?
I mean, we had a lot of people probably questioning, like, what we'll be when we lost, you know what I'm saying, our quarterback. And just, like, different, like, when we lost Sampson and stuff and all that. But we just came in every day, put our head down. Coach told us, like, just keep going. Like, everything changed. Like, we go by the saying FEB, like, I can't say what it means, but we go by that. And, like, we all we got, and we know the work that we put in, and we just go out there and play.
And then we'll do one more for this group and maybe our last group of players outside ratio.
Yeah, for,
Oh, I'm sorry.
oh, sorry.
Yeah, like he said, all the outside noise is just rat poison. We only focus about who's in the building and the team we got. So we got to go back, execute, dial in and everything we got. But like he said, it's FEB. Everything outside is all rat poison, and we just got to focus on ourselves.
For both of you guys, can you talk about the offensive line, especially considering David Sanders wasn't able to go and he anticipated being able to play? What'd you see from those guys?
Dogs, man. They're out there dominating every snap, and they're giving everything they got. I go out there and I tell them every time that they're doing good, keep it up. I got them, I see what they're doing. So, it starts with them. It starts and ends with the O-line, and they did a good job today. Obviously, we got some things to clean up, but that's all around, but praise to them.
Yeah, basically like he said, they dogs, man. Like they go out there, they compete every day, even if it's the ones, the twos, the threes, and they all like ride for each other, and they all willing to help each other, and they stand behind each other, and that's what I like that I haven't seen from like other programs, like. But those guys like it's just dogs.
Thanks, guys. We have our last group here in just a second. You guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.